What they do, y'all. How y'all doing out there?
Hi.
Hopefully you all are doing well, tribe of aces and jewels.
Hello.
Hopefully you all had a productive week.
Yes.
Y'all did something great.
What?
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Right? Happy
How was
Turkey
your
Day.
Thanksgiving? It was a Turkey Day. Yes.
Hopefully mine's be well and
Hello.
fed and full. My son said today is Daddy, is today Turkey Day?
It surely is.
I'm like, yeah.
It surely is. Are you cooking today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just showing up.
You're just showing up.
With my mouth.
Hello.
And my hands willing to dig in, grab utensils.
There you go.
Right? And dig and put it on the plate,
You're
right?
going to feed your belly.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, T in the kitchen.
I know.
I'm in the
You
kitchen. Okay?
hard to get in contact with around this time.
Everywhere. Like, yay. But it's all love.
Yeah, it is.
All
so
love.
we back with another one.
Yes, y'all.
We back with I would say an intriguing one today, right?
Okay.
One to trigger the thoughts, right?
Yes.
The one to stir up the mind and the heart to put you in a better place.
Right.
So we're talking about life, latitudes, and longitudes. Okay.
Hello.
All right. What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Gemini Gems, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure. So
you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gems.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe.
Yes.
And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. So we back.
All right now.
All right, y'all. So life latitudes and life longitudes,
Hello.
right? So kind of give us a distinct, like, where did this come from, T?
So I did a pause circle.
Okay.
For my job. And for some people, if you don't know what a pause circle is basically what it is. We have to pause in life.
Okay.
Got to stop because it's the end of the year and a lot of things are happening. You got the holidays coming up. People still got to pay bills. Life still going on. Everything, right?
Yes.
But you need to take a pause.
Okay.
You need to take a break, breather, kind of, put things on paper for you to actually not really think about what's really going on.
Not to make a mistake.
Not to make a mistake because
Right.
we already made a mistake.
Right.
But it's just for a pause and we all come together collectively and how can we grow moving forward to walk into the 2023.
Okay.
So we did that recently and then boom, I was like, oh, okay. So doing this pause circle, it kind of had me thinking like, well, are you surviving or are you really living your best life?
Okay.
Can you have both? Is it a seesaw? Like, what it is. So I was like, you know what? Let me text DP this.
Right.
Like, hey, it's on my mind. I got to send it so I don't forget. And that's what we came up. Like, hey.
Right. So you mentioned living your best life.
Yes.
So what comes to mind is the latitude parts of life, right? So life is like a circumference, right? So
Yes.
my son says it's a sphere,
Okay.
right? So it's like a circumference or sphere where we have this life.
Right.
And whatever this life is, we have to make it is what it is, right?
Gotcha.
Right.
All
we gotta
right.
do what we gotta do in order to
Hey.
complete the circle in life, meeting people and different things like that. So the latitudes of life goes up and down, north and
Yes.
south.
North and south.
Sometimes you live your best life and then
Right.
you're down some and then you
Yes.
come back up.
Yes.
And then the survival of the whole life, as T mentioned,
Right.
is the longevity, is the long part, is the longitude
Yes.
of the matter, right?
Right.
The let's say the distance that you go. Some people have short distances and some people have long distances where they go throughout life.
Right.
So we're just going to basically expound on it. And so T, come on, give me some challenges to make to say that you not live your best life, but you're walking into living your best life?
So I feel like I'm walking into living my best life because I didn't master. I'm not where I want to be for me to be like, yeah, I'm living my best life.
So I'm gonna pause you right there.
Go ahead.
You did live your best life.
Did.
Okay.
Past tense. When you got responsibility responsibility kind of come on and keep,
right.
Life does what? Life we consistently adjust.
Right.
Okay? So that's where that adaptability comes into, right?
Right.
Come on now, listen. You was there.
Right.
Okay now. But I'm in my 30s.
Okay.
I had to do a little
rewind,
little rewind. Now I'm crawling fast forward
to get back to
get back to that best life.
You
was
get
there.
back to it, T.
I missed my W hotels, y'all. I missed the luxury. I missed the people who just knew my face and name and VIP wherever.
Listen.
Okay?
Listen.
In our 20s.
Yes,
okay?
I know. You were doing your thing back then.
Oh, boy.
And you will do it in the future. So get back to it.
Get back to it. So now that I'm on this new journey.
Right.
New chapter, very humble. So now I'm on the verge, like I'm on the plan to getting back to my best life.
Yes.
Number one, I went back to school.
Okay.
And I've been in school for over a year plus now. And when I mean I do not want to stop until I walk away with what degrees I want. And so that way I can show my kids that, you know what, if mommy can do it, you can do it.
Right.
Because I know I'm telling my kids, you need to do this, you need to do that. But T, how can I tell my kids what I want for them that I don't have for myself? So that's a push for me that, you know what, you need to keep going north. You need to keep going to the headed direction of growing, right? And so I was beating myself up when it came to career changes. Okay. And I was going through like a slight depression to where I was like, I want more. I want more, especially financial. Like finance is like, oh, I'm 35. I should be making 70, 80K. Like, da-da-da. But I was putting that unnecessary stress on myself. And like, you know what? You need to tone it down. Yeah. Because if it was for you, God would have already had it and made an easier way for you to have it. But I said, you know what? Let me just stop. But going back to the question for the Latitude, it's just have a plan. And I think we always speak about this, and you might hear us repeatedly, especially myself, repeat the same thing. It's because it's going towards for success. Right. Even for Gemini Gemz, I'm like, T, you have to retrain your brain. Right. Like a lot of things happen from the time we started just to fast forward. And I said, you know what? I need to retrain my brain. You have to retrain those thoughts. And so when it comes for success, I just want to be successful. But what does that mean to me to be successful? I want to have a degree. I want something to fall back on. I want to be more consistent in helping us grow, for Gigi to grow. I mastered being a mom. Check mark.
That's what I just was going to ask.
Check mark. I got it. That's still there. But as far as to just keep going forward, you know what? Time. So it's a lot of things that I'm learning that, you know what, T, you just need to have that plan, be consistent with it. Again, time, you can't rush things, but still do it every single day. Right. And that's where I'm on. For me not to get anxiety, for me not to feel bad about myself or look in the mirror and be like, well, you're not where you're supposed to be at. And I'm looking like, oh, but you know what? That's all my thoughts. No one else is, for me, no one in my circle, my family, friends, or peers, no one is talking bad to me, but it's my thoughts that could get you there. So now that's my process of, that latitude to keep going up. Right. Keep going up.
And for me, to live in my best life and understanding the hurdles that may transpire, it's just, again, staying the course, right? And accomplishing each goal as, the time permits. So once the time comes, that's when I should be able to reach the mark. right? So graduation, I should be graduating because I set the goal to graduate, let's say next year, May.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
As well as being a better dad. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Every, let's say, age, it should be a better version. He should experience a better version of me.
Yes.
You know, as well of life, you know, being able to take him on trips and stuff like that. Because living the best life isn't just to me going to the clubs and turning up.
Right.
Living my best life is making sure I have, let's say, relations with my family. You get what I'm saying? Being able to be a person of, like, you know how when you meet someone,
yes,
and they may hurt you and you may not forgive.
Right.
I want to turn that type of mindset around.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I want to be able to move on with my life, not being so, let's say, damped by what they have taken me through, right? Emotionally, right? Or just, you know, whatever obstacles that I did, you know, come across with that individual, that I won't become bitter. I become more mature.
Yes.
You know, in my walk in life. So the ups and downs, the latitude of the situation will not allow me to be just at the lower stream of things, right? I'll be able to stay on the up and up, as well as increasing my income. You get what I'm saying? So I'm able to help, you know, as well as travel a little bit more.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Hello.
I want to be able to do a little bit more. I was telling my brother one day,
all right,
I was like, I want a family car where the family, we only use this car to travel to each other.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Nice. Or just have a house where we, you know, go to for different times of the year. You get what I'm saying? I want to be able to provide that for my family.
Facts.
You know, so even if they need a place to stay, I always said if I become like, if I hit the Powerball or the Mega Million or something like that, I just, you know, we hope and pray that somebody in the family gets it and they give it to us, right?
Somebody, grandma, uncle, somebody.
Right, somebody we know, and we all have this wishful thinking, right? Of course. And if I was to win, I would literally buy a house. Yeah. And I would clear out the house and have it where we can have get-togethers at this house. So Thanksgiving, and I want every Sunday to be a dinner.
That would be a great.
You get what I'm saying? And kids can grow up together. Families can invite their friends to come over, but everybody has to make sure they cook, they clean, and we leave the place, you know, spotless. You get what I'm saying? But that'll be a house that everyone can come to, friends and families, right? And have different, let's say, just occasion. But every Sunday, I want Sunday dinner. You get what I'm saying?
That's even soul food,
right? You get what I'm saying? At Big Mama's house, but we call it the family house. So just going through out my life, understanding that I will hit the ups and downs, that I won't stay down, right? But I stay on the up and up because I'm thinking of each obstacle that I want to get to, and I'm accomplishing it, like, you know, going up the stairs, you know, and that's how I see it. Because sometimes too, I want to talk about this real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You know how some people say, well, and I feel like this is us as well. Okay. We take 2 steps forward, but 10 steps back.
Oh, goodness.
And now I see that kind of latitude as well as longitude, right? Because you can step forward or go up, and then something knocks you back down. You end up losing someone, or you lose something, or someone takes something, some type of takeaway. You get what I'm saying? Which causes this to happen in life. And not focusing. As well. So taking the 2 steps forward and 10 steps back, I don't want to dwell on that. My 10 step back, I want to still look at it. You know how you see a guy, you may see like an infomercial, or they may describe a person emotion where he's walking against the wind. He walking against the rain, you know, in the rain against the wind, and it's pushing him back, but he's still striving. forward. He's still trying to get up.
Yes.
So it's just like working out, lifting the weights. You know, you probably can't get it, but you could get 1 rep.
Hello.
Next day you could get 2.
Hey.
You know, and then it just constantly grows from there.
Keep going.
So what else you got to say?
So
T?
we still on the latitude because when you take away materialistic things, right?
Yep.
So for me, if I did not go through what I've been through, I won't be leveled up where for me to know my core values in life.
I like that.
And for me to live that every single day. And I ask people, like, what are your core values?
Okay.
What are the qualities? What are your top 3 qualities that you know about yourself? Some people not able to answer that. But for me to live my best life, I need to know me inside and out. And for me, like, even like, I'm gonna ask you now. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna share my qualities that I feel that where I'm at as of today. So my top 3 qualities are adaptability, excuse me, because that's life. And that's Gemini's period. That we adapt to whatever atmosphere we're in.
Right.
We can handle it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So adaptability is one. I have empathy for people because I love. It don't matter what titles. It don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter who you are. I have empathy for people. Long as you have a heart and you breathing, I'm there. So that's number 2. And 3 is creativity. My mind is so creative that I know if anybody put me in a room with Oprah, Tyler Perry, trust and believe I can be a part of that committee. Okay? And I'm just knowing by me.
I'm going to just play devil advocate.
Go ahead.
Not just them.
Not just, you right.
Right?
You right.
But also in Gemini Gemz.
In Gemini Gemz.
And
you're right.
This one thing I will always challenge you on.
Okay.
Because,
bring it to
you
me.
know, we sister and brother.
Yes.
But it's not just the high person.
You
you know,
right.
you get what I'm saying?
I got
like,
you.
it's just not the Tyler Perry.
Yes.
It's
us.
It's us.
It's us.
But also the people we surround.
That too.
And put us in the room together.
Ooh.
And let us become the Oprahs, the Tyler Perrys.
And it's going to happen.
Right.
It's going to happen. So those my top 3 qualities. What about you?
For me, it would be consistency. I thought about the creativity as well. That is really one. And security.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Nice. These are the 3 attributes that I know I will bring. Not so when I say consistency, I mean just being consistent in my walk in life. Who you see on the podcast is who you're gonna get in reality. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Personality be not stagnant, but just consistent. You know, I won't change based upon the atmosphere that I'm in, right?
Facts.
I'm gonna be the way that I am regardless. As well as now I will humble myself in certain scenarios,
right?
Because I still have a son to come home to. I still want to come home at night.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So it's certain traits that I may possess that I will not try to exude to anyone,
right? Just
to prove a point.
Got
right?
you.
So then I will talk about security, not just security in finances, right? But also emotional giving off to someone else. Make sure that they're secure within themselves. Being consistent allows me to be secure, you know, to bring security to other people. I'm going to protect, you know, I'm going to provide, you know, and I'm going to build as well, be the foundation. I'm not the foundation, I'm not the cornerstone, but I am a part of it to help it stay, you know, afloat.
Facts.
And creative is just like starting this, you know, the stepping stones. Okay, let's try to do Gemini Gemz, you know, not just try. Now we actually doing the application, as T always say, right? We're applying it. We're putting the things together. We were so excited to put the bumper and, you know, create the videos.
I remember all that.
Hey, T was over here so agitated. Like, Dwayne, we doing it again. We doing it again. I said, T, I want to get it right.
Yes.
It's still messed up. T was looking at me like, okay, Dwayne, I'm tired. One time I made T go to sleep on me when we was editing one of the pictures. What? And T was like, oh my gosh, Dwayne, this is what you do all
this
day.
This what you do. Didn't know. Did not know.
But we came together and became, you know, started to like walk in that creativity.
Yes.
You know, and I definitely agree with that. But that's basically where I stand at, what my qualities are as a individual.
So so basically I want to challenge, like, even for the viewers, like share with us, like, what are your qualities in life? What are your core values for you to live your best life every single day? And again, we're talking about take away materialistic things. I don't care about the name brand clothes, shoes, purses, whatever you got going on. Let's all get naked. Okay, let's see. We all just naked.
Here you go.
All right, and then boom. What is the inner you that's going to keep you thriving, and for your family to follow you? Because basically, we're the examples,
right?
And our kids looking at us. Our kids going to have kids. Like, one day we're going to be grandparents, great grandparents. So what are we doing now for the longevity?
Well,
to where, you know what, I need to live my best life now, because God can send me home anytime. Any single time. So I have 2 kids who's looking at me every freaking step that I'm doing, every words that I'm saying. So I'm like, you know what? I need to master, what are your core values? What are your qualities? So that way you can be an example, and I have to do this every single day. So that's what I'm still. And also the main thing I need to say, I'm building a better relationship with God.
Yep.
For I pray, take certain substances or certain things away from me that I need to be taken, so I know for sure I can get closer to Him. And that's one of what I'm. Y'all pray for your girl T.
And you're gonna get there.
Pray for your girl T. But that's really something that I'm also seriously working on.
And one thing I want to mention before we move on to Longitude.
Okay.
Real quick.
All right.
Experiences.
Facts.
Okay. So some people out here, they are in a box. They are introverts, right?
Yeah.
And because of their mentality, because I don't want to talk negative about their mentality.
Okay.
But because of their mentality, they'll stay in the box. And I believe that because of the box, you won't get to a level that you want to get to because you're staying right here. It can be because of family, friends, doubt, insecurities, many things to mention. But to just say that you have to step out of your box. You have to come out of the frame that you put yourself in.
Yep.
Nobody else put you in that frame. In that box. Make you come to these conclusions. Right? About yourself. You can you can travel. I had a friend of mine, she used to travel by herself all the time. Okay. Even out of the country. You get what I'm saying?
In 2022 still, or this is in the past?
This
before?
is a little
like,
past,
I'm scared now.
Probably 2000, between 2014 and I want to say 17.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So she was literally traveling by herself, and I just was in awe. I'd be like, wow, you a bold soldier, to come out here. And not just that, but she started just by going, let's say, to the bar by herself,
right?
Maybe the strip club by herself. You get what I'm saying? Maybe to the club by herself. And because she was confident to walk and move a certain way, she was able to have more experiences in life. So I always used to applaud her. Not saying that's the only thing she's going to, but she would definitely travel another state to do the museums and learn something from it as well.
I got you.
But I love the fact that she did that. She wanted to have these experiences in life. And people that just stay on the couch or don't even go to a football game or a basketball game. You get what I'm saying? They need to step out of that frame.
I have a question.
Let's walk into it. Yep, go ahead.
So when it comes to parenting, because I'm in the school system for me to whatever, right? So the question is, why is it hard for parents to give their kids the experiences that they need now, so when they leave the nest, they have the experience so where they can keep leveling up? Like, hey, when you graduate high school, perfect world. College is not for everyone, but what if, like, why are kids not getting the experience they need to continue to survive after 18, after high school, for you to keep going up, versus you don't know nothing, you clueless?
We can coddle our kids. One. You don't trust your kids. Two. The third reason is mostly is because of our insecurities, being ashamed as a parent. You get what I'm saying? So it could be the fact that, shoot, if I do let my daughter go out there or my son go out there, they gonna get somebody pregnant. You get what I'm saying? Or they gonna go and rob the bank because they mind not strong enough. But you'll be surprised how strong your kid's mind is because you instill so much in them. Like I would say, my example was my mom used to tell me certain things. So when I came across events, like a guy pulled up next to me in a stolen car, I knew to walk home.
Right.
Hey, bro, you gonna get in the car? Nope. I want to go home. Right. You get what I'm saying? And it was because of the signs I seen. The guy was sweating. All the windows was rolled down. It was certain things that were just off. And I just thank God for the discernment. Right. As well as going out. I remember my mom used to tell me when I first became like 20, like after high school, 19, 20, she said, hey, I don't know if you're going to start drinking, but if you drink, make sure you never drink after nobody. Facts. Don't let nobody hand you a cup. Right. Pour your own whatever. If I was into it, she wasn't endorsing it, but she was like, if you're going to do it, this is how you need to move. Yes. Don't walk away with your cup just sitting there and come back and start sipping. Right. Pour it out, get a new cup. And I think if you test the waters. Yes. So I did that with my sister. My sister asked me a question when she got 18. Okay. She asked me a question, hey, Dwayne, you think I can do XYZ? And I looked at her and I said, I think you ready. Okay. Because between the ages of 16 and 18, I was on her. Hey, listen, this is what we should be doing. This is how it should be going, and this, that, and the third. Right. And when she turned 18, she asked me, could she do XYZ? And I was like, I think it's cool. Go ahead. Right. And she did it. Guess what happened? She experienced it. She loved it. And then she was off on it. She was off on it. Now she's able to, not just because of me, but other people, my brothers and sisters, my peoples around me. But she was able to get that confidence enough to go out, and then we can trust it. Yes. She's gonna be the mother of the tribe, her tribe. Hello. You get what I'm saying? Hello. Making sure everybody get home safe, and stuff like that. So that's what you have to do as a parent. Right. I'm gonna let you go before I go into the other idea I was thinking about with parenthood. But go ahead. No, what you gonna say? Keep going. Oh, so what I was gonna talk about, is the three parenting type: the passive, the assertive, and the aggressor. Okay. The aggressor, their kids always end up doing the worst of the worst in life, right? Because they're super aggressive. The assertive parents is the lenient. They kind of tell them no, but then say yes. Those kids are the ones that really go off to college and make themselves of something. You get what I'm saying? Unless they have something to prove, right? And then the passive parents are the parents that literally is the one that say yes to everything. So they kind of run over the parent. They're the ones that become nothing in life. You get what I'm saying? So I just thought about those three as well. Hello. That was it with the parenting. Well, the parenting. I know those are the parenting styles. All right. I remember.
I love it. So that was my question, because we need to go through experience.
I agree.
And I'm the parent that I'd rather for my kids to go through whatever crazy freaking experiences you feel like you need to do it now before you go to college.
I agree.
Because both of my kids are going to college.
I agree.
It's not if I'm the parent. It's not. I know it's not for everybody, but mine's going to college. But what if she get pregnant? I hear all of it. What if? I don't care. See, there you go. Ding dong. Exactly.
What I would say with the whole survival, far as the longitude in life, is we gonna go back to just like the latitude.
The latitude, okay.
Is accomplishing the goal, but staying consistent. You know, on the path that we set for ourselves. Right. So, you know, and I say consistent because consistency will allow us to, I would say, consistency will allow us to see the growth over time.
Facts.
Right. So when we look back and we reflect, we appreciate the journey that we went through. Right. So we'll sit up there and be like, man, I remember when I had to stay up late studying, you know, and I had to cram this information in to pass this test. And look where it brought me to. Now I'm able to relax a little bit. A little bit, not a lot, right?
Just a little bit.
I'm able to just take off on the exit and just chill for the night. You know, analogy, right? So that's what I think about when it's the long term.
Gotcha.
The latitude of things, the longitude of things, right? So what you got with the longitude?
So before we came up with the latitude and longitude, I was thinking of like in a place like, is it or? Like, is it, hey, can you have both? Or you had to choose?
Okay.
And I felt like it's all a combination.
I agree.
And you helped me come to that, realize, like, you know what, T, it's a combination.
It's not an either or.
It's not an either or. It's not a versus. It's not a battle because you need both.
I agree.
And I was like, I didn't think of it like that. So, and I love that. So thank you. And because when I was thinking about the best life at the time or surviving, it's just like you said, no, T, you need both, because in that state of mind, if it was a battle, say if it was a battle and you had to choose, when you're in the surviving mode, I feel that you're not doing your best. I feel that you're just only preparing to get through today, which is not bad. It's good and bad. It's not bad because you can't overwhelm yourself. You can't go through, you go through depression, you get anxiety. If you just have so much on your plate. Guess what? Let's just focus on today. That's cool. But when you're surviving and you only surviving for today, that's when it's kind of get like, no, you're not challenging yourself. That's when I feel like you don't have a plan for you to live your best life, because again, you have my core values and the qualities, all of that I strive for. You have to do it every single day.
I agree.
So surviving, like even now, a lot of people like, how you doing? Man, I'm out here surviving, man. That's all I'm doing. Brother out here surviving. I kept hearing that like, oh, well, hell, I'm surviving too. But you know what? I need to survive, but I also want to live my best life.
I think that's justification to be lazy.
That's to be lazy? Okay, so I'm listening.
No, I'm saying, like, when it comes down to people just saying they're surviving.
I'm just surviving.
Right. You're supposed to eat. You're supposed to have. Being an adult is your responsibility.
Facts.
Facts. So you're supposed to eat. You're supposed to work, right?
Facts.
You're supposed to eat.
Yes.
You're supposed to have a shelter.
Yes. A part of life.
Right.
Yes.
You do what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm just surviving. That means you was looking for someone to carry you.
Or the easy way out.
Right.
The scamming,
right.
No shade,
right?
No shade at all,
right?
But it's I don't have the scamming. I don't have the negativity the easy way out. We're not walking in that. So when I see people who do the scamming, No judgment. When I see people who, hey, you was born into it to where you ain't gotta work. Mom and daddy gave it to you. Hey, it's cool.
I feel some type of way. I'm judging.
You judging?
Right? I'm judging
trying not
like,
to judge. I'm trying not to judge DP.
AT. I'm over here like, man, I wish that was
like, dang, why I can't do it? I be thinking over,
but
like, don't. I mean, you know what? You got 2 kids.
Right.
Is it worth it?
It's not.
It's not worth it. Sadly, the celebrity couple on the reality shows, dang, you know who they just got 19 years collectively as a couple who was doing. I know you talking about. You know what I'm talking about? I don't remember, but it's like, come on now, doing the fraudulent activities. And my thing is, you're blessed for whatever. To us as financial or the outside looking in, you got it. But people are so greedy that they don't know when to stop, or they try to flex on it. They probably couldn't tell their kids, mommy and daddy don't have it. Listen, I'm that mama, I don't have it. Mm-hmm. My daughter said, mommy, can I borrow $15 to go to the movies? Let me tell you what your mama got in this account. Mm-hmm. All right. So let me tell you what's coming out of this account. Mm-hmm. Because you don't know, mommy already paying for a freaking cruise that y'all ass is already going to in July. Mm-hmm. And we still paying. We started it's like we have so much going on to where you asked me for $15, mommy got $15. Okay, but hey, that couple, 19 years collectively, I know it's kind of off subject, but y'all was greedy. Yeah. People still, keep going, but you say you hate it? You not judging?
I'm not. I'm judging. You judging. But I'm judging in a way like, dang, I wish that was me.
Don't do it.
You get what I'm saying?
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Well, it's not a judgment. It's just one of those call outs like, dang, man.
They were bold enough to do it. They were bold enough.
Not even, it's just the fact that they have it. You get what I'm saying? They cheated the system, and I wish I could have been in the. I don't wish it. Okay. I just want what they have, you know, and I feel some type of way about it, but it's not to do anything about it. You know, I'm not jealous or anything like that, because if their demise is, let's say, jail, then that's on them. Right. I'm not willing to face it. You get what I'm saying? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Hello. You feel me? Hello. You get what I'm saying? Hello. But I'm going to, do particular things, to protect myself or whatever. But survival, what you made me think about, T,
come on,
is
all right.
If anything was taken away, like your knowledge, I mean not your knowledge, but just your job. Okay. Let's say the money. All right. Right. Okay. And you had to be placed in a new area. Survival would kick in. That knowledge that you had or you knew, it would kick in. Survival mode in order to get you back to where you wanted to be, where you were in life. And you'll be able to even build from that further. Hello. You get what I'm saying? Facts. So I thought about that in a longitude type of manner, where it like that 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. Well, as you're on your 10 steps towards getting back to the 2 steps ahead, you have gained so much knowledge, understanding, and I want to put this on there, power. Hello. Power to withstand the storm. You have the strength to walk back towards. Facts. You get what I'm saying? Facts. And move on. And I think that's something, it's like I tell some people, you got to look at it halfway full, not halfway empty. So look at it as, you're overcoming or you're walking into exactly your destiny. And I hate to use that word, but you're just walking into whatever God has for you, and your strengths, and you're walking to become the well-developed person that you would like to be in life. Facts. So that's why we have the hiccups in the road. Are you going to be persistent? Consistent? Are you going to weather the storm? Are you strong enough to survive? Are you going to push your way out? It's the flight or fight, right? Are you going to fight your way through this situation as it's coming to you, right? So that's what I was thinking about when it comes down to the whole surviving this whole life. How the like how the roads may take you, side to side. Every road isn't straight. Some roads take you I want to say, because I want to use the analogy of the longitude, would take you east and west.
Right.
You know, some would stay, you know, west, you know, all the way through. And some roads would take east all the way through until you get to the curve. And then you start going a little bit north. So as these roads begin to take us those ways, we just have to navigate through life to get to the mission. I mean, get to the goal, you know, get to the destination, right?
So I want to speak to the viewers who might be going through a battle to where they're stuck in surviving mode, to where they probably never had a taste, or maybe don't even have a taste of what we're saying, to live your best life. And it go by habits. So when you in surviving mode, your thoughts, this is where I was like, hey, you know, the thoughts versus emotions, but I'm gonna tie it down for what I have in my head. So when you're in survivor mode, you're living for today. We already have a daily routine. You know, when your alarm clock goes off, you going into the bathroom, you brushing your teeth, washing your face, you got your whole bathroom routine, you dressing up, you finessing for whoever you trying to outside this door, you going to work, you know, your family, peers, whoever, you know, see you. But when you get back home and you have these thoughts going on to where it's like a repeated cycle, but if you're not changing for the best, you're kind of stuck in those thoughts. Like, you know what? That's just it.
That hamster wheel.
It's the hamster wheel. But also it ties to your emotions.
Okay.
Because for me in this, you know, we're talking. So say your emotions can be you're feeling kind of depressed. You still doing your daily routine. Your alarm clock just went off. You just went to your bathroom routine. You get in the car to go to work. Whatever your routine is, that's still going. But your emotions in the process of it, telling your thoughts like, you know what? No, you probably cannot do it. Or your emotions could be, basically you cannot. You're probably going through depression, anxiety, whatever negative emotions going. How would that impact how does that impact your everyday schedule? Meaning to where you don't have a plan for your best life, if that makes sense. So I'm to fully get all of this out of my head.
Right.
It's just that your emotions and your thoughts have to be in sync, because for me, the secret to life is thoughts changes things. Our atmosphere pretty much can be the same if your emotions and your thoughts kind of align itself. So we can create our atmosphere. We have control of our atmosphere, and then you also have your community, your community that you live in. But how can you get on to live your best life? You have to have everything in sync. You have to have your emotions. You have to have your thoughts in sync. You have to have a plan. You have to get out of the surviving only stage to where you need the latitude also in your life in order to grow. Surviving, we stretching. We go east and west. We just surviving, but how do you grow? How do you elevate? And that's when it comes to the thought that you said, get out of that box, that we need to get out of the box. But I feel that it's so much mental state of mind that we all have to reprogram our brains in order to challenge ourselves, in order for us to grow and to elevate. So I just encourage people to step outside of the box. I encourage people to get out of your own thoughts. If you have people in your ear telling you something negative and it's not for you, guess what? You need to stop at the train and tell them to get off, and you need to keep pushing. Because for me, I feel like, I need a whole like a trainer to help me work out. What the heck I need a trainer for? To motivate me, for me to do better with my body, drink more water, and yell in my ear to run some more. For what? But some people really do feel like they need that. But I'm in a process that, you know what, T, you probably have to really do this by yourself. And you have to encourage yourself. And that's where I'm at in life, to where keep encouraging yourself. You don't need a team. You don't need a whole, I guess, like I just said, a whole team for me to elevate. No, I need to elevate for me. What the hell? Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. Do it for yourself.
Right. But I agree. It starts with you first.
Right.
Right. And then what I put down was silence, fast, pray, and assemble. You get what I'm saying? You need to be silent, especially on your day-to-day routine. Sometimes you just don't need to indulge yourself in things that pollute your gates.
Okay.
So the gates are the eye gates and the ear gates, right? That can, let's say, influence your mindset, right? Bring you down, what you see with your eyes. Because I would use social media as a example. You can look on social media and you can see people got this, and that.
Right.
Right. All the things that we want, we desire, and we fantasize about, right? Relationships, cars, clothes, money, flexing on the gram and stuff like that, right?
Secret pathway in your home to where you can just open up this. Like,
I agree. They got a whole playroom. You envying. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But they may have worked hard for theirs, right? But at the same time, you can be influenced to think that your life isn't nothing, right? But you have to know your life is something worth something. You're here for a reason, regardless of how you got here, right? But you have to silence yourself from it, right? You have to kind of put a blindfold over your eyes and kind of walk around looking at things in a gray area, right? We have to look at through a lens of gray. Gray will not allow you to be attracted to certain things because it's gray, right? So you also fast. You kind of fasting just take away from, right? Do not indulge yourself, right? So we use it religiously, far as like fasting from food. But you can fast from the phone. You can fast from TV. You can fast from even conversation, right? Stop indulging yourself, because that stuff right there can bring depression. And stop. If you're like, let's say, smoking, drinking, clubbing, you get what I'm saying? And let's say too much of socializing with your friends. You need to stop that, right?
Right.
And then be isolated for a time to pray, right?
Right.
And after you pray, you need to do some type of building, which is knowledge, right? Building meaning you have to receive information. Reading,
right,
is one thing we need to get back to doing.
Facts.
We need to get back to reading.
Yes.
And not absorbing this video.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
See what's on black and white.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Right.
So, and that can build a different type of mental muscle, right? That we are not literally like developing. Right. Right. And I say assemble. So after you do those things, you need to be around like-minded people. Right. I agree with that. You have to assemble yourself around like-minded people. You got to change your atmosphere. Right. And with those, you can get to the level that you would like. It's too many people that are getting to the level and saying basically the same thing. You know, isolate, focus, and assemble yourself around like-minded people. Right. It's too many people saying that for us not to know to do that.
You gotta apply it.
I agree.
You know the AAA method.
And so this ties into the longitude of life. Yeah. Where we literally have to silence ourselves. We got to turn off the radio while we're driving and have those mental, let's say, conversations either with ourselves. You need to tighten up this, that, and the third, as well as pray. Right. God, give me the strength to find out what's wrong with me, reveal myself to me, and then from there I can, because we can keep going through life just looking like waking up because the alarm clock don't woke us up. You have the analogies. You just end up pressing the button. You put on your clothes. You brush your teeth. You get the what's the name? And if one of those things out of the whack, your whole day messed up. And it shouldn't even be like that.
Right.
Then you go to work, you talk to the same
people.
You get what I'm saying?
You do the same routine.
And then you come back home, put the TV dinner in the microwave. You sit there and watch the same show, and then you go to sleep.
Right.
And it becomes, I think, just a hamster wheel where it's just reciprocated at like the same
You're
thing.
Surviving.
You know, it's just is in, you know, happening each and every day.
Each and every day.
But in order to change that so that you won't stay dampered,
right,
you have to kind of switch it up. One week, eat fish.
Yeah.
1 week, eat chicken. One week, eat pork.
Even a route to work, you probably keep making the same turn. Right. Listen,
find
a new route. Find a new route.
My mom used to say that to me. She used to say, "Stop driving the same way home."
Yeah.
And listen,
Facts.
I'm not gonna even lie to you. Every certain amount of years, I stopped taking the same path.
Route. Yes.
Sometimes I switch it up.
Right. We never know who's watching us, but in order for us to see something new, that's why people take vacations. Why you think people are so high, so hyped up from a vacation? Is because our lenses are seeing something different.
Yep.
So why not start here, your everyday routine?
I agree.
And that's why, I guess in my head, I'm always having a party, the cartoons and Looney Tunes. I need to see something new every day. Okay, for the people I love and what I got going on, Looney Tunes and everybody Disney, they all still here. But it's just, I have to see something new every day.
Right.
As much as I can.
Right.
As much as I can.
So there you have it, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with us, like, subscribe, put a comment in the comment section below.
Yes.
Tap in with us. Make sure you email us and do your thing.
Get ready for 2023. Like, break the bad habits.
Well, just get ready for next week.
Next week.
Y'all be trying to jump way past a month that ain't even here.
We just finished Thanksgiving.
Enjoy today.
So enjoy today.
Right.
Enjoy today.
Enjoy today.
Okay.
Enjoy this family weekend together.
I went straight to 2023.
Right. Straight like that.
Hey, I'm on that. Have a plan. What is your plan? So, like, wake up. This is what T is on. I want you to be on this too. So that's what I'm like. Why everybody just... Not everybody, but most. I wish most people will take heed to every single episode that we upload.
Right.
Because it's not just for fun, but, life lessons.
It's gems that's dropped.
Right.
In each episode. So there you have it. Life, latitudes, and longitudes. So and how we're gonna navigate through it, right?
Yeah.
So there you have it.
All right,
I'm your boy DP. This my girl T.
Hey.
And we Geminis Gemz.
Yes.
That's Geminis with the S. Gems with the Z. And what we do, T?
They know what we do.
We drop them gems. All right, y'all have a good one. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.